You're sitting in a quiet room. Nobody's angry. Nothing bad is happening. The conversation is normal. Still, your chest feels tight. Your stomach twists for no clear reason. You rehearse every sentence before you say it. You catch every tiny shift in someone's voice. And when they don't text back fast enough, your whole body reacts like danger just walked through the door. That's the strange thing about trauma. Sometimes the moment ends, but the body never gets the message. It keeps standing guard long after the storm is over. Some people think trauma is just a bad memory. It's not that simple. Trauma is often a nervous system injury. Your brain has one main job: keep you alive. Not comfortable, not calm, alive. So when something deeply painful, unpredictable, or overwhelming happens, your brain changes the way it responds to future situations. That's why someone can say, "I know I'm safe," while their body still acts like it's trapped in danger. The mind understands the room. The body remembers the threat. Most people know about fight or flight, but there's another trauma response people barely talk about: freeze. Freeze happens when the nervous system decides fighting won't work and escaping won't work either. So the body slams on the brakes. Energy drops, emotion shuts down, words disappear. Even awareness can get foggy. It's not weakness, it's survival. Old survival wiring, ancient biology, the nervous system trying to keep you alive the only way it knows how. This shutdown state is closely tied to something called the dorsal vagal response. Think of it like the body pulling an emergency brake. Heart rate slows, energy crashes, emotions flatten out. The body goes quiet to conserve resources. From the outside, it can look like laziness, or passivity, or not trying hard enough. But underneath all of that, the nervous system is doing exactly what it evolved to do under overwhelming stress: survive by shutting down. One of the hardest parts about trauma is this: the symptoms stop making sense once the danger is gone. Why do loud noises still make you jump? Why do you study people's moods like your life depends on it? Why does closeness feel exhausting? Why does your body tense around certain people instantly? Because your nervous system learned a pattern once and it decided never to forget it. Hypervigilance isn't your body broken. It's your body running threat detection at full volume. Emotional numbness isn't a lack of feelings. It's overload protection. Dissociation isn't being dramatic. It's the brain creating distance from pain it can't safely process in the moment. When you look at trauma symptoms through a survival lens, they suddenly make more sense. These reactions were never random. They were protection systems that stayed switched on too long. If this video is finally putting words to things you've felt for years, please subscribe. These are the emotional patterns people carry quietly every day, but rarely hear explained in a real biological way. This is the part most motivational advice completely misses. When trauma gets triggered, the thinking part of the brain loses influence. The prefrontal cortex, the area tied to logic, reasoning, perspective, and emotional regulation, becomes less active under threat. Meanwhile, survival systems take over. The body chooses protection over rational thinking every single time. That's why you can know a fear is irrational and still feel physically consumed by it. Trauma responses are not mainly language-based. They're state-based. The body reacts first. Thoughts come later to explain the reaction. So when people say, just calm down, just stay positive, just move on, they're talking to the wrong part of the brain. It's like trying to reason with a fire alarm. Trying to force yourself out of trauma activation can feel like trying to sprint on a broken ankle. The system needed for calm thinking is temporarily impaired by the survival state itself. That doesn't mean healing is impossible, but awareness alone doesn't switch off survival physiology. The body doesn't care how self-aware you are. It cares whether it finally feels safe. And those are completely different processes. If you've ever felt frustrated that insight alone didn't instantly change your reactions, let us know in the comment what did. One of the biggest shifts in trauma research is this. Healing is not only mental, it's physiological too. Many people understand their trauma. They know where it came from. They know why they react the way they do. But understanding is not the same thing as feeling safe. The nervous system changes through repeated experiences, not explanations. That's why recovery often involves helping the body experience safety again and again, until the brain stops expecting danger everywhere. Practices like slow breathing can help. Your brain constantly monitors your body for signs of danger. Fast breathing can signal threat. Slow breathing, especially longer exhales, can signal safety. Movement can help too. Stress hormones prepare the body for action. Walking, stretching, and exercising can help reduce that activation. Not because these practices erase trauma, but because they give the nervous system evidence that the threat is over. Then there's something called co-regulation. Humans calm each other down. A safe person can help your nervous system feel safe too. You may notice your breathing slow, your muscles relax, your thoughts become clearer. That's because safety is not only something we think about, it's something we experience. And sometimes healing begins when your nervous system finally spends enough time around people who no longer feel like a threat. Healing also isn't linear, so progress can feel messy. One good week, one hard week, one calm day, one triggered day. That doesn't automatically mean failure. It often means the nervous system is slowly learning a new pattern after surviving the old one for years. Trauma is not a bad memory. It's a nervous system injury. Freeze is a trauma response, where the body slams its brakes. Healing is not linear. The nervous system heals through repetition, not force, not pretending, not motivational quotes taped over deep wounds. The body has to experience enough safety to finally stop preparing for danger that no longer exists. If this video helped explain feelings you've struggled to put into words, please subscribe. This channel was created specifically for you. Because in the next video, we're talking about another quiet pattern you may be overlooking.